Hi folks, so from the last video, yes, trying to claim that you didn't know better won't work. It's the same as the laws in the land. If you do something that's against the law and therefore it's a crime, and you're in front of the court and you say, I didn't know, doesn't matter, they're still going to do you. In any country, they're going to do you. They're going to say, I'm sorry, but you had a duty to know. You come in, if I go to Saudi Arabia, I have to understand that in Saudi Arabia, the laws are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and if you break them, this is what's going to happen. If I'm going to go to that country, I've said before, you get people who, they go to a country, they break the law, then they expect the country that they're from to pull out all the stops to help them to be free and not be accountable for their mistakes, for the bad decisions they made. Which to me is ridiculous. Their own country should say, I'm sorry, no. We're not going to make sure you're free. What we are going to do is make sure that they treat you in a way that is fitting for the crime, but also fitting for how you would treat a human being if they committed that crime. So again, there are some countries that go way too far. You'd say, okay, now it would be right for us to say, we're going to say to that country, whoa. The crime was only. It'd be reasonable, because when your citizens come to our country, we don't throw the book at them, do we? To do something wrong. We understand that the crime is whatever it is, and we try and be as lenient as we can. Because obviously we don't want too many people in prison, but also we understand that people make mistakes. So can you do the same? Yeah, doing that's reasonable. But again, you are expected to know. You are expected to know, so therefore, come on, again, you can't say, if you've been in church and you have a Bible, you can't say, I didn't know. You can't try and blame anyone else because you had the tools. Enough of the tools to know better. Right? Because again, you can say, and rightly say, people can't necessarily do better because they don't have the tools to do better. However, they have the tools to find the tools to do better. But if they can't be bothered, if they can't even be bothered to seek, they got no chance of finding. But that's their choice. They are choosing not to seek. That was choice. That was them choosing not to know better and not to know. So therefore, again, so you go to a foreign country, you don't know their rules, that's on you. You should have. Before you go to a foreign country, do your homework. Do your homework beforehand. Yeah, people don't like to do homework. Well, I'm pretty sure you won't like the consequences of not doing your homework far more than you won't like doing your homework. So therefore, no. Do your homework, because that is a responsibility that you have to yourself to do that. See, trying to hide behind these trees is quite tricky with him. Quite tricky, as they're quite thin trees. Not like at the other woods where the trees are thicker. But it's a trick I do with him. He loves it. Yeah, teasing him all the time. Gotta do that. Tease him. I teased Bambino. I teased him earlier. Yeah, because I basically named most of his body parts. Bobs. Bambi. I'm going to eat you. When he's on my bed, I tease him. I say, okay, I'm hungry, so which part of you am I going to eat? So I talk about his ribs with gravy. because people eat ribs with gravy. Yeah, and his legs. So we're going to cut off his legs and have a nice meal of bambini leg. Yeah, he knows I want. I'm only teasing, but it's playing. It's part of the stimulation that I do. So hiding behind trees is another part of that. Yeah. Anyway, back to the point that matters. Yeah. It is up to us to know better. It's like with these dogs, okay? I have responsibility with regard to them, right? If, like with Bambini, for example, we've had a major problem recently where I send him out to pee and poo. I've got a little garden here. Send him out there to pee and poo. He won't. He'll stand by the door. As soon as he goes out for walkies, he'll poo all over the path. Yeah, where people walk. So the problem is you've got cars there. You've got cars at the other end of the road. So I've got to call them back to me so I can deal with that. And it's just annoying. If he poos in the garden here, it's far easier to deal with than it is out there. So for a few days, I didn't take him for walkies if he didn't pee and poo first. Right? So today, when I let him out, what did he do? He went and done his poo because he understood. Yesterday, he missed play. He missed walkies because he didn't do his poo. Because when I left him behind, I explained to him, you didn't do your poo. You don't go for walkies because you didn't do poo. He knew. So today, oh yeah. But again, that's the point. I have to be willing to spend the time to understand what's going on and why and how to fix it. Every situation is, aren't there? There is not a situation that can't be fixed. Every situation can be fixed. Every situation can be fixed. But, as I said in the last video, you need to be able to understand the situation in order to fix it. Not easy. No. Not easy at all. It's difficult to fix. Yeah. Because it takes time. You've got to be willing to learn about the situation in order to fix it. Years ago, people did that. People invented things. People took time to learn, to understand why things weren't working so it could work. Yeah. Now, we don't seem to have an awful lot being invented, do we? Now, that could be because we've already invented most of the things that we need. Again, you see, that could be the reason why. So it's not about having a go at people, saying people should do better and invent stuff that we don't need. Because again, if we've already invented most of the stuff we need, then you can understand why people aren't inventing stuff. Then we invented robots and AI. Now, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. Don't care. No. You have a lot of videos done by AI now. And yeah. Best thing you can do is fish them out and then block them. Don't put that thing on to say never recommend this channel. If you think that that's AI, do that. Because they will stop using AI if everyone does that. So that's sort it out. Nothing to fear. Again, if it's a problem, there are solutions, there are fixes to it. One fix being, don't accept it. Accept that if you're going to watch a video where there is a voiceover, that the voice will be a human. If you think that voice is an AI, then don't bother. There's a lot of videos that now are going to be AI. So, yeah, I wish you well. There's a lot to figure out there. You take care. God bless. Speak to you soon. Be a blessing. Be blessed. Bye.